This is raw. This is real. This is Beyond the Cheque.
Welcome to 2026 and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Cheque. And I'm wishing you a happy new year and a fruitful one at that. This 2026, we are catching billions, zillions, trillions, anything, leons. So this is another episode of Beyond the Cheque and I'm Rachel Alani. I'm super excited to be on this episode today and I'm excited to see 2026. So today I have a beautiful guest, a wonderful one in front of me. So would you like to say our guest? Guest. So welcome, Miss. Can we meet you?
Happy New Year to you, ma.
You're welcome.
I'm Oguremi Ifeoluwani Esther.
Wow. That name, it sounds so good and I love it. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode.
You're welcome.
And then I would like to ask you some few questions and I know you will be excited to answer me too. So how do you get started into network marketing?
Yeah, I got started in 2022, February 28th, and I met my sponsor. She told me about the business. Actually, I knew my sponsor since 2019 during post-UTME days. She lodged at my, will I say lodge? She squatted at my apartment then for post-UTME. So that's where I got to know my sponsor. But then she do post about the business and I was like, what's this girl doing? And I knew that then our jam score was not really far, but I saw that she was already going far than me. So at that point, I was like, oh, she told me she became a manager in the business. And I was like, wow. Okay, now what are you doing? And then she told me that, oh, she's into network marketing. And I said, okay, tell me more. So that's literally how I got started. One thing that made me started was because my sponsor became a manager. I won't lie to anybody. Wow. I really did not really understand, though I understand the concept that, because I was selling data before I joined the business. So I understand the concept that the more money I make was actually from people that I refer. So I already know, oh, if I have more people. So when she got to tell me that, oh, yeah, it is even much more bigger. So I was like, wow, I'm interested in joining. So that's basically how I started.
How you get started. And how has been your journey in network marketing so far?
It has been nice because personally for me, I like a situation whereby I have to work with people and I can easily direct and we can work together to achieve a common goal. To me, like, it's very sweet, it's very interesting. In fact, it is stress-free. Even though the people believe that humans are the hardest to control. But to me, as long as you can be able to like impact them, people will really follow you. So it has been a good ride so far. Though you still see some hard ones and well, it's life, it's part of life, so everything has been going on.
So last month, which was last year, you graduated from OAU. So can you tell me how has been your journey as a student of OAU, and also you also upgrade your business, you step up in your business to becoming a team member in Neolife International. So can you tell me how you were able to balance the school, the business, your life, and everything all together?
Well, should I start from the aspect of balance? Right from my secondary school days, I really understood that there was nothing. The way you can balance life is when you balance yourself. You have to know the direction that you want to face. Because I've been attending a football academy since when I was in GSS2. My parents could not afford the academy in full. So I only go to the aspect of the football. So right from even when I was still under my parents, once I'm through from school, I'm coming back to them and I'm going to the field straight up. So the aspect of you have to balance life, you have to balance school. To me, it is just something that is normal. Right from my young age, from GSS2. So when I got to school, and we all know how things are now. In life, we know that the certificate is good, right? It feels nice, and everybody's going to post you. You're going to wear the gown. But at the end of the day, if you look at the hall, right in that hall, you look at everybody graduating. And I was just thanking God that, thank God I joined, like, I started a business. Because the people that are lucky, we already know them right from there. There are people that they call that, first class this, first class that. We already know. So I'm actually very, very happy. And then I got a car. It's just like
it feels so good.
Yeah, it feels so good. And I became a world team and I produced an Emerald Director. So the fact that it was not only me achieving something in the business actually made it like worth it. And balancing school with business, we know what we want to do. People used to ask me that, how do you balance school? How do you balance school with this? I tell them that, see, in life, there's nothing like when you want to balance everything. I cannot advise people academically, right? But then I can tell you that I did not have extra year. And I graduated with a second class degree, right?
Wow.
Second class honor. But then you know what you want after life. You don't want to start carrying your certificates up and down. So I already understood what I want from life right from part one, because I joined the business when I was in part one. So then everything was just go to school, go to office, read your book when you have to read your book, work when you have to work. Sometimes I rarely even have extra time to do things that does not add impact to my life, because I know that I'm chasing degree, I'm chasing business. So I have to know how everything has to come in place for me. And most importantly is my business, right? Because in fact, my business is how I even funded the school
Wow.
of a thing. Because right from my part 2 days, I've been paying my school fees myself through the business opportunity. So tell me why I will leave what is paying me to fund my school to now. So it's just period of what do you want from life. So if you understand what you want, you'll be able to go through any audios or anything like that.
So speaking of paying your school fee yourself and all of that, what was your parents' first impression of the business when you get started?
When I got started, the thing is, starting the business, me and my mom were not really like friend like that. So normally I don't really go home during all those periods. So if they are saying, "Oh, come on," I'm just like, I'm in school, I'm learning one thing that's going to help me after school. But then when I became a distributor and I took the product, because my parents will not really understand the concept if there is no result.
Yeah.
So if you just trying to say, "Oh, the business is this, that, this," they just look like that. She got married lost CBT. So I was just like, just calm down. So when I became a distributor, I took the product to them and I was like, "You see this product, I got it from this business and you can be using it. It's beneficial for your health." Mom was like, "Oh, Neolife product. I know Neolife product now. Their product are always nice and all." And she checked the price like, Ibolotiro. I said, "It is from that business that I'm doing." And she's like, "Oh, makes sense." And that was it. My parents is just a kind of person that as long as they know and you explain to them that I'm not doing anything illegal, they are ready. My mom has attended check rallies. My mom has attended impact summits. So she really know that, this is what people are doing. And it is just, at first they'll be like, "Oh, me, well, I did not send you. Go and read your book." But when they understood that, this thing is even what is helping them. So it's just fine with everyone.
Wow. So speaking of you not going home during your 100 level days and you're just telling your mom or your dad that, I have something I'm doing. How is life for you then?
Life then was very, very tough, because during this period, a lot of people say, they are struggling, this and that. But then I just look at it, I just go through my journey. There are times that we won't have beans and I don't really drink Gary. So I put palm oil with Gary with salt, roast it together, call it beans and Gary. We buy potatoes, eat potatoes a lot. Not because of the fact that I like eating potatoes, of course, I do have chest pain, but because of the fact that that was the food that is mostly available. Then I trek from my house, parking, I trek to campus to receive lectures. Sometimes I wait till, because I'm a footballer, I'll just tell my coach that, I was jogging. But in the real sense, I was not really jogging. I trek, so I can't just trek and then do double trekking. So it was very, very, very tough. So for me, it was very, very tough. And it was not as if because I'm in school, they will increase my allowance or something like that. No, the money is just still the same thing. And I have to do data. So I just have to survive, basically. I just have to survive. So it's really, really tough.
So were you doing all of this with your sponsor or just on your own?
No, I was not doing it with my sponsor, because then I understood that my sponsor also has what she's carrying. So if I'm carrying my weight and another person, I was even looking at my throwback. Anytime I eat meat, I used to be very happy. Like, I make videos practically anytime I eat chicken, because those are the times that I will have saved, and then I'll just be able to say, "Oh, okay, let me eat chicken." So I don't really bother my sponsor with, I want to. No, that's just life. Because if I didn't go through the struggle, now I won't really understand that, I'm enjoying life without pain is not life. So basically that was it. So it's really tough.
That is so touching. I understand that when people get started into this business and they build their business to get a certain level of success, and then they look back, they do not want people to also go through that same situation as them. But then people feel like, wow, see these people when they join Neolife, see how they look like. What is it for you? From home, do you have all this money from home? Where you are coming from? How is your background like?
There is no money from home okay. Like my mom is a teacher, and my mom will be like, from this year to this year is for Joshua, from this year to this year is for me, this year to this year is for Favor, this year to this year is for Excel. So once your year have elapsed, just know that there's basically nothing coming from that angle. If anything is coming from that angle, that means she's taking extra loan for your sake. So there, even without the business, we already know that, oh, we need to be serious, we need to do something. Because, and we all know the issue of OAU merging two sets. In fact, they merged the last born and the second to the last born to the same set. So at that point, if I was not doing anything, I was going to suffer. Is either our last born had to stay back, or I have to stay back on his behalf. So it was not as if I'm from a family that there is extra money. There's no extra money anywhere. In fact, sometimes I do pity my mom that, how is this woman doing it? Like, we live in a house, we are still able to eat. Like, how? If I'm not thinking about it, it is not always adding up. But then it's just like, it's not like, oh, Miss Ife, she came from a rich background, but just for the fact that I just took it serious and just wanted to snap out of that position.
In one of your video, I saw you mention something about your mom saying in her years of working as a teacher or working as a civil servant, she has not achieved the level of success you've achieved.
Yeah, it is just true, because I actually sat down and I calculated how much my mom would have earned. This is not shaming, it's my mom. I do tell people whenever I'm sharing my story, it's my mom. If she was here, that would be the same thing she would also be saying. And then I calculated how much she has been earning for the past 15 years. And I calculated how much I've earned for the past 3 years. And I'm very serious right now. The gap, in fact, I am still a gap ahead, because even based on whenever we are talking, she still has loan to settle, and she's going to retire next year. She's going to settle all her loans like 2 months before her retirement. So where exactly is the extra money? So there is no extra money anywhere. And my mom has been working for 15 good years, and there is no way I'm going to put in 15 years of effort and I won't get the result. So at that point that I'm working, I look beyond the struggles. I look beyond, oh, my mate are wearing this, my mate are wearing that. If it is one slippers I have, I will style it. In fact, it has a lot to do with why I don't wear female clothes, because it's easier for me to wear black trouser and green top, black trouser, purple top, black trouser, and just mixed up things. So it was basically that way for me. It was basically that way.
Seriously, I'm not just going to lie, right? When you hear people's story, you just thank God for yourself. For me, I've never missed Gary and palm oil before. That is not. We now have money, but at least my grandma is a sure plug. And the time that she said that I have extra people at home, she cannot give me food. I used to buy Eko and Ejayiyo. I still have money to buy Ejayiyo.
And no Ejayiyo.
Exactly. So I just like me, I don't have all of these moments. But then I also have moments.
Shaggy moment.
Yes, I have moments. But thank God, so far so good. So I would like to ask you this question. Beyond financial, how has this business help you, shape you, and increase you?
As a person, I'm a kind of person that I like recognition a lot. Like, apart from the fact that, oh, you get money, people will see you, the recognition that, oh, this person is new life, this, I really love that aspect. And the fact that I've been able to shape life. People that before they could not even afford 3 square meal, are people that they can just eat anytime they want, like, oh, I want to eat this thing, this is what I want to eat. And the fact that you can just stand and provide value without even thinking too long. I was into debates before I joined the business. I debate a lot. So I know that before I can go out and prevent, I have to do hours of cramming. But the business has readily given me the value that even when I just stand and speak, value is coming out. So for that aspect, I'm really like happy for that. Beyond the check, beyond the money, the value, that when you just come out, people want to listen to what you want to say. Yeah, beyond the check, that has actually been a great achievement for me.
Wow. So I want to ask you this. Have you ever have a moment in your business that I feel like, that you have a doubt, fear? I feel like it's not like I'm going to quit this business like this.
All my incident of wanting to quit are actually like funny. I think that day I was doing the well, and I was still a manager then. And then they just released one of my results, and then I have to go to campus again, and then I have to go to office. as I just put that 100 naira for bread, late Konga, I was just thinking that, are you sure that this business is going to worth it? Because the struggle at that particular time was just more the pressure. There is church to go to. I'm part of the choir member. So everything was just, pressure was just, but apart from that, it's just silly thinking that, oh, are you sure this business is going to work? And again, me entering the hall and they tell me that this particular person is the team leader of everyone here. I'm just like, hey, are you sure I'm going to have this amount of people in my team? I'm not sure. But then I just felt like these people are human now. So if they can do it, I can also do it now. So that's just, the fear has always been, can I do it? And if I just look at it again, that they're human being, I can do this thing too. So that's basically just it.
Okay, so how do you handle rejection? Do people say no to you? And how do you handle it?
People say no to me, but me like this now. They know me. If you're not interested, no worry, no problem. Because right from my newbie days, my upline used to make an analogy of, if you are a waiter in a restaurant and somebody say, a waiter come to meet you and say, do you want water? And then you say no. With the waiter now, because of that, go to the restroom and start crying that, oh, they reject my water. So it's just like, it is normal. People are going to tell you no. But you know what you want to offer. So because you know the value you carry, you won't feel sad about it. You even feel like, you missed an opportunity. Let me go out to more people. So people have rejected me countless times. And in fact, now, one thing I just used to know, one thing that is always at the back of my mind is, if you reject me, I will never give you a chance to look down on me. Because let's say if you reject me and because of that I don't go out to prospect more people, then I'll never step up. Then you always look at me with that face of rejection. So I always make sure, oh, you reject me now, so I'm going to prove to you that this thing is working. Even if you don't want to do it, I'll give you reasons to want to do it. So that's basically just, people reject me a lot, countless times.
Okay, so now I want to ask you this: how do you duplicate? What's the approach to duplication, and how do you train your team to work without you being there?
Actually, personally for me, I do tell people that not a lot of people can be able to do what I'm able to do. Because some things that you will see that, oh, I'm running away from tax. It's just simply, I'm putting people in the space of, if I'm not there, I have people in office that I can give you a tax to do now, that, okay, do this tax. I'm giving you another person that's going to monitor that tax, even when I'm not going to be there. So I always don't want to be in a situation whereby if I'm not around, things will not run. So I always make sure that I teach people, I do it in their presence, they do it back when I'm there, and then I make sure that they are doing it when I'm not there, and another person is giving me feedback. So always when I'm not there, they can always like easily do it. And trust me, I can even say that one of the biggest mistakes I've made in the past is trying to carry out the whole thing by myself. But when I understand that if you easily teach people something, don't just leave it as teaching. Let them implement in your presence. And after implementing, let them implement without you, but you have a feedback. I feel people used to leave duplication phase at the fact of, you already teach them what to do, they do it in your presence, but they don't give people to do it without them watching. Because a lot of people will want to pretend when you're there.
Yeah.
So I just easily be like, oh, do it and put another person in charge to monitor. So but that's basically how I've been working it out on duplication. And there are people, in fact, there are people that have there are some aspects of things that they are doing way better than me, and it just feels good and feels nice.
So I was about to go to, if you could go back to your first year that you joined network marketing, what would you do differently?
I'll duplicate people faster, because I used to believe that not everybody can do what I can do. I used to feel like, because I have the energy to do something, that does not mean another person has the energy to do it. So I'll just like, this is what you can do. Oh yeah, do what you can do. Instead of trying to like, I know that you are tired. Oh yeah, what if you just push a little bit more? So I feel like if I duplicate faster, or try to like give people the energy to see what I'm saying, I would not be here. But because I'll just be like, oh, this is what you can do. Yeah, just do what you can do and let's just leave it at that. So it slowed a lot of process, a lot of people that are supposed to know what I can do. I'll just be like, oh, this is what I know how to prospect this way. If I teach the person this prospecting method, what if he does not understand it? Just go and do what you can do. Instead of trying to teach them what I know is working, that I'm doing, even though it is hard, at least still try to tell it. They can now do it in their style. But the fact that I left them that, oh, just do what the office says says you do what you can just do. So I feel like that has affected a lot of things for me.
I have a very personal question for you. But
Okay.
before that, I would like to ask you, how do you deal with your team when they feel demotivated, stuck, or needed help?
Me now, I feel like a lot of people don't see a need to do something when you at the front are not showing them example of what to do. If my team is demotivated, probably they're always going to check rallies and they're not seeing their leader being called. I will make sure, give it whatever it takes, that they call me at that check rally so that they can feel like, oh, it is not everybody that is feeling this. It's not everybody that is having problem. It's like Miss Ife knows something that she's doing. So they always feel energized. But whenever things is not going right, people are not making money, nobody is stepping up, and you at the front, you are not showing them that, okay, this thing, we can still do it. So I always make sure that even when it feels like everything is down, I always bring out something that will ginger everybody that, I'm on this thing. And then I do incentive for them, like, if you can bring this number of prospects, if you can do this, if you can do that, like, just to make them feel energized. That daily, some people, they don't start making big money when they start. So a lot of things that will demotivate is that, I'm not going to make quick money when I join. So I give them incentive that I can give them that money that they need to survive till they start making the money that they need to live. So that's basically how it is. And people get demotivated for a lot of reasons. I try to understand, is it your parents? Is it because of what you are hearing? Is it where you are living? So we first try to understand where the problem is coming from, so we can know. I have a lot of people that their parents have my contacts. Probably it's because the reason why they are feeling down is because of their parents. We talk with their parents. In fact, my parents talk with their parents so that they can just explain the business to them so they can see it. So first try to understand the problem, tackle it, and just find a solution that you can use to make it permanent.
So for people just starting out in network marketing, what would you advise them?
My advice to you is just that people has a lot of opinions. People know a lot of things. Number one is listening to your leader. Personally, for me, the idea of people try to model after people, they don't know what they are doing. Let's say, for instance, you just see me on your screen and you basically just feel like, I want to do what Miss Ife is doing. I want to get Miss Ife's contacts, whatever Miss Ife is posting. But your leaders are there in the office that you can see. Model after them first.
Yeah.
Because for them to be your leader, there is something that they are doing and you can see. So basically, I don't deceive myself. Once I'm seeing my leader, my greatest model is the leaders that I can see.
Yes.
So model after the leaders you can see. There are things that your leaders will not do. And you know that, this thing, it will have made the team better. Try to bring out, some people like, my leader did not come to office, me too. I'll just stay at But when they were in that position as you, they were always present. So look beyond your sponsor. Look at the leaders that you are seeing. And that thing is that you must be willing to do what other people cannot do. Because excellence is just a factor of, can you do what normal people cannot do?
Yes.
So if you can do what normal people cannot do, normal people will just have one downline as a distributor. Go out, find 5. There is no way you will not do better than them. Normal people will not want to post their business. Post your business. Normal people will always want to do all their 2K so that people can laugh.
Yes.
See, if people cannot handle your shine, well, let them go. You are not a comedian. Like,
exactly.
Post your business. Like, be serious. Because you don't want to look back after 5 years and be like, I've been wasting my time. But I'm still seeing possibilities. You want to look back and say, this is what I've achieved. And this is where I am. I'm not where I used to be. So that's just it for me. Don't compare yourself with other people. People don't want success as bad as you do. Look at your background. Where am I coming from? My leaders that are closer to me, how are they achieving what I want to achieve? Don't just sit down and say, I like Miss Kiniko that is in 10 miles that you cannot see. Don't pretend to yourself, because those people cannot even see your goal like directly. Meet with your immediate leaders that can help you. If they are doing something, we all know what is morally right and what is morally wrong. Don't try to say, Shebi, they are doing it like this now. You know what you want from life now. Come on. So that's just it for me. Be serious. Be willing to do what other people will not do if you want to stand out. So that's just my advice for you. And take the business very serious, because you will look back and you'll be like, I was seeing a throwback from 2023. I was like, even then, the song I was singing, me, I was just singing the song, but now, we have walked through all the place where I don't work reach, I don't carry my car reach. So it's just, so you know what you want from life. Come on, take it very serious. So that's just
So before I ask you the very last question, I want to ask you the personal question. Someone said, Mrs. Alani, bring me Ife. I want to ask her, why did she like to dress like a man?
So personally for me, I like things that make me comfortable. While I wanted to wear a pink suit and heels. But then I just imagine that, what if I'm coming now and I just hear nibo. How will I be able to run, my dear? So I wear what makes me comfortable. I know I'm going to board a bike. If I should wear a skirt, I won't be comfortable. So I just wear what me. And come on now, I've been a footballer since GSS2 now. We don't wear skirts to the field. So I'm used to the trouser lifestyle.
Do you still play ball?
The thing is, my goal now is to own an academy.
Wow.
So when I reach there, I will, one or two. But for now, I actually discovered that I can't run too much for a long period of time. So if I should run too much, my chest will start paining me. So the goal now is to own an academy to sponsor people.
So I believe.
So to that person asking the question, I dress the way I'm most comfortable.
So I believe we are going to achieve that. So to my last question, what is this mantra or quote that's kept you going?
I read a book. Was it a book that I read? I don't know the exact way the person phrased this word, but then it's something related to, I don't care what opportunity you have had ahead of me. I don't care, probably you are opportune because of your family. I don't care how wealthy your family is, but as long as you have the success I want, I'm going to get it with whatever I have. So because a lot of people feel like, oh, the reason why this person is doing better than me is because they are privileged than me. I don't care about the privileges you have. What I care about is the success I want to achieve. You have it. Then for you to do it, regardless of your privilege, I'm going to achieve that same thing. So, and because of that, my thinking has always been different. If you achieve something that I don't have, I will never think it is because you are lucky. I would just automatically process my brain that it is because you work more than I have, so that I can be able to achieve that thing. So that's always been it, that no matter how lucky you are, I don't care. I'm going to achieve that thing as long as I want it. So that's always been keeping me going, not keeping me lazy that, oh, it's based on luck, Charlie, so let me just forget it. No, even if you are lucky, don't worry, I can also be lucky if I work that work. So that has always been it for me.
Even if they are lucky, someone already worked that lot.
Exactly. People don't see that aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining me on this episode. And I'm not going to lie, I have a lot of fun. And this is a better way to start 2026. So before you go, we have a gift for you. And then I would like to share with you our top sponsor. So we have a top sponsor, Latest Vibe Visual Production. And they do something like this: photography, videography, and a whole lot more. So we also have another top sponsor, which is Act Travels, and then they have a package for you. So this is a New Year gift from all of us at Act Travels to you, Miss Ife, for coming to join us on Beyond the Cheque. So Act Travels plan travels, honeymoon, team bonding, team vacation, and every other thing at that. So we also have another top sponsor, Yes Bougie Cube. So they offer various services in their facility, ranging from gym, lounge, club, spa, pharmacy, and a beautiful fine dining restaurant. And because you're on this episode, they are offering you a free lunch in their restaurant, and they would love to have you. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode. And if you like to be on this podcast to come share your story, kindly send a message to Janet on the number showing on your screen, or send an email to the email showing. So, and I would love to also have you on this podcast. My name is Rachel Alani, and I'm your favorite network marketing coach. And I'm going to see you next time. Bye.
This is raw. This is real. This is Beyond the Cheque.